We haven't really spoken about, in these shiurim, sicha beteila. Worthless talk, idle talk. Things that don't enhance Shabbat. But they are not the kind of davar that we have been speaking about. They do not imply that you're going to do something, that you're going to do something after Shabbat, which is prohibited on Shabbat. But you're just talking foolishness. So that the Rambam says, and the Shulchan Aruch after him, that a person should not speak about things on Shabbat in the way he speaks during the weekdays. And while it's true that the Ramah there says that if telling stories gives him pleasure, then you're allowed to do that. But of course, you should move yourself in the direction. You should move yourself in the direction of serious conversation, of conversation that is befitting of Shabbat, and not idle talk, which doesn't get you anywhere. I know that for most of us, this is very difficult. I mean, we have developed the capacity to talk about anything and to make it seem as though it's very important, it's very intense, it's very much the lifeblood that makes life a bit more interesting. But you have to remember that what you say becomes who you are. And what you talk about, well, that reflects what's inside of you. And it's not true, while it's not true that these things don't have an effect. And if you see Shabbat, if for you Shabbat is something meaningful, then you've got to enhance it with meaningful conversation. And I don't think that means that the conversation has to necessarily always be about Torah. It could be about beauty. It could be about the world that God created. It could be about simple matters of faith. Now, all of this is part of Shabbat, because Shabbat is, after all, the day that symbolizes for us the creation of the world. So that if we're in a day in which the creation of the world is being celebrated, I think it's reasonable that we should try to focus our conversation on things that are serious rather than on sicha beteila, idle chatter, talking for no apparent purpose. That does not enhance the Shabbat.